Hello, everyone. Bear with me one moment. I'm making sure we're good. No drop frames. Connection seems stable enough. We're showing up on stream. Seems stable enough. I can hear myself. All right, I think we are good. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to another stream of me. Nah, but yeah, welcome to another stream. Today we are going to be beginning a new game because we had finished Resident Evil 4 Remake. We are now doing a remaster, which is another Capcom game now that I think about it. But today we are starting a personal favorite of mine. We're starting off a Phoenix Wright Trilogy, the one that came out a few years ago on Steam, where we get to play the first 3 games in HD. Now, I have played Phoenix Wright games for a while, to different degrees. Now, just to put it out there, I played the first one a lot, so I kind of know what to do a majority of the time. However, it's been a while since I last played it. I think last time I played it was what, 3-4 years ago, something like that. So I've forgotten a majority, but I know the key moments. So whether that's gonna change things, I don't know. But I'm still gonna be going through it because it's always fun doing it. So regardless of if it's gonna be my first time or my 20th time, I'm gonna be reacting as though it's my first time because it's just fun. I have played the second game all of 4 times, I think. And the third game I've played once. I played it once, I think. So, you know, as we get further into the series, I'll know less and less, which may be good, maybe better. That's not to say that I haven't played it a lot. I have played all up to Dual Destinies. But everything after the second game, I've only played once. So, you know, look forward to that. But for now, let us get into this. I am excited. I am looking forward to this. Again, this series is one of my favorites. It's just fun. I like the characters, all that. I watched the anime when it came out, and then I dropped the anime when it got to season 2 because they changed stuff too much, and I didn't like it. Because the original stories are just fine. They don't need to be changed. And the fact that they changed it to the point of actually taking out key things, I ended up just dropping it because of that. But, yeah. That's a side tangent. Not just about the anime. But, yeah, we're going to get into the game. So let's go over to the game screen and begin, shall we? Now, as usual, I have not made a screen for it yet, so if you hear anything and don't see anything, that's perfectly normal, because I don't have the thing set up yet. Okay, you stay there while I get this sorted. Okay. I don't know why I haven't removed Resident Evil 8 yet. So, add catcher. Oh, of course it's all the way up there. Why is it showing in transform it to screen? There we go. It's showing up properly. I need to refresh restream so I can check. Yes. Awesome. Is it showing at the correct resolution? Definitely looks like it. Ah! Let's go for 1. Some of it's a bit loud. Alright. Everything else should be automatically set up, so we can just go straight in. Welcome to the game. I'm excited. Stupid. Why? Yes. Anyway, go. New game. We got Ace Attorney, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations. Ace Attorney is the first one, so we'll begin with that. Play this game. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Yes. Is this legal face? It's so cool actually getting to see this in HD now. I remember playing this on my DS, it was just so resolution. Oh. I didn't get a chance to read that. Murder. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I had forgotten that the first intro is automatic, so I wasn't prepared to read like as fast as I could. It's showing up properly, so we're good. Oh man, I can actually see the painting now. I think it's a park. I'm gonna have to do different voices and everything. Oh, look forward to hearing my voices that aren't that good. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Hi. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. I'll have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. I actually need to see if I can get a instant text show. I do not see it, so I don't think I can. Favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I don't know why my chat's not showing up. Is it really going to do this to me? I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything is all over! Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty! Tell them I'm guilty! Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. I've never met someone with the name Butts as a last name. That would actually be kind of not disappointing. I don't know what the word is right now, but yeah. A school art is saying, when something he smells, it's usually the butts. In 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. And then I fail and get him arrested forever. August 3rd, 10 a.m. Or a day after my birthday. District Court, courtroom number 2. Why isn't it not showing my chat? This sucks. This is supposed to be borderless window load, and it's not showing above it. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Oh, man. I guess I could hold my nose as I speak this guy. The court is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous. The conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you're going to control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's me! Nah, it's Larry, that was obvious. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. That's all? That's just the question? What's his name? Larry. Okay, cool, you're good for this. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew. I know this one. Glad I read over the report cover. Case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No, wait. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I just forgot. Temporarily. I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is in the court record. Just press the tab button to check it at any time, okay? Attorney's badge. No one would believe I was a defense attorney without this. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? It's Cinderblock. Cindy Stone, I think it was. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. I've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wright just told us the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? Oh god, this could be weird having to hold my nose each time for this guy. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue added to the court record. The statue in the shape of the Thinker, it's rather heavy. Right, be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in the court. Press tab to view the court record frequently. Yes, you told me twice now. was such a high-resolution gavel. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get a chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Surely Phoenix should have been trained in this already, so he would know what to do next. It's kind of disturbing that he would go into a court case immediately and not know what to do. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything. Unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Where's he all cocky for? Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were together. We were great together. Romeo, Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas, and one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. Apparently arrived home from Paris on the 7th of the 30th. I just realised it's the wrong way around. It's an American date, so it's actually the 30th of the 7th, which would be July. Oh, indeed. She appears to have returned to the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies. I forgot to hold my nose. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took that money and used it to support her lifestyle. And he said for her life support. It just doesn't make sense. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... I mean, I guess I could stop him. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Ooh. How do you do a wince noise? Hey, Rofotron. A murder of time. The date system always looks wrong if you didn't grow up with it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, I hope these voices aren't annoying people, because I have to keep pinching my nose to speak like this guy. It's making my nose weird. Ugh. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in hell, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? Oh, God. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Ugh. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Does he actually just say gulp and doesn't actually gulp? Gulp? Well, did you or did you not? Huh? Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? It'd probably be best if he just answers honestly, because if he just tries to deflect it, he's probably going to make it worse for himself. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there, I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts. Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying?
prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? Wouldn't you already know at this point? It'd be kind of weird that you wouldn't know who's coming up, but...
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime.
Ah. I might need to find him a different voice because it's starting to hurt my nose. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. I guess because we heard him say objection, maybe a bit higher pitch, is like, yes, Your Honor, or something. I can't do voices, man. I can barely do my own. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Guess it? Get it? Saw it? Does he saw it? Hey. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions in this area, correct? Oh, yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Yeah, when you're not an American and they do these dates thing and you don't know about it, you get kind of screwed over because when you try and do like specific timings of stuff and it says one thing and you're like, oh, this says 7:30 and they say 7 p.m. So this must be the time. No. It's like that sometimes. Granted, when I played it, I was like a teen, so I messed up stuff quite a lot. Larry, why don't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Syatt used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the record. Electricity Mrs. Stone's or Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? I exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the evidence, the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Make him bleed for it. Okay. Open the court record with the tab, then point out contradictions in the testimony. Sure thing. Cross-examination. Going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Phew. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. It just seems strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course, what the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. I'm going to be pushing on everything, by the way. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was half open, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd. In a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? Into someone else's home? Not really. I mean, I guess maybe, but not if like... Oh, whatever. We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Never anyone would look inside. Why did Payne cut him off so quickly? So he looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her, lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't. But she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. I mean, no, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police? What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone apartment wasn't working? Yeah, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, all that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf on the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Why use a public phone? Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. And being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer to the nearby apartments. Ah, right. What time did you call again? Remember the time exactly, it was 1 p.m. 1 p.m., are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. I'll show him just random crap. But yeah, I kind of figure that kind of is wrong, seeing as, you know, she was not dead by that point. So yeah, she died at 4 to 5 p.m. So. You found the body at 1 p.m., you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain that? This 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Saw it? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Good job. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and the whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give us your testimony again? The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's what I thought. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I mean, do we need to cross-examine that? We all know the power was off at that point. Ah, I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right, you know what to do. I've got this one. Grab my evidence and just shove it in his face. You did not see the time! See, when I found the body, I heard the time. You said heard, not saw? Yes, heard. All I saw was the body lying there. I didn't think to look at anything else, at least of all the my watch. Isn't that a little strange? So you're saying you heard something, but if you were so shocked by the body, you wouldn't hear anything at all. The witness did say he actually heard the time. It's ludicrous to suggest you wouldn't hear anything. I have to agree with the prosecution. Please continue your testimony. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. I mean, I'll press it first and then contradict it. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radios on the premises. There was only one large television. Right, I can't put my finger in, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified. He heard the time. Mia, stop giving me the answers. I know. It's 4 to 6. Yeah, from noon to 6 p.m. So, there you go. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Defense has a point. Do you have any explanation for this, Mr. Sowett? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sowett, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It, must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sowett. Let's hear your testimony one more time, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine a witness. Gladly. Am I playing this blind? Sorry for the delayed responses to chat. For some reason this game is not letting chat show unless I alt-tab out. Are you playing this blind? Sort of. I have played it before. I stated at the start. I have played through the first 3, well, a majority of the games at least once. The first one, this game, I've played a number of times, but I don't remember a lot. So the minutia I might forget, while other parts I will probably remember. Pressing as much as you can is probably, or usually, the best method, since it sometimes won't let you continue with certain extra info. Yeah, I think I remember something like that. So, but thanks for reminding me. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? I forgot to press the other one. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry, I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? It's the first I've heard of it. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Oh, it's the music. Yeah, this is the murder weapon. It's not a clock. Wait, just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Yeah! This is music. You with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sark. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the statue stated, the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. If you tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony? I mean, yeah, because he would have to touch it in order for it to make any noise. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he knew the victim. He went into the apartment, more likely. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I was there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you're the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. His head is so square in this, I just noticed. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sark, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? Would you like to implicate yourself in a murder? That day, never. Look, the clock, I heard. No, I mean, I saw. Ah! Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. You better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawyer heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Okay, this part I don't remember. I think... Asking neighbors doesn't sound like it should be that. Batteries doesn't make any sense. Like, that wouldn't help. I guess the sound of the clock would sound better because then you're about to know the time it was. Let's sound the clock now. Here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what the time is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sark heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sark, try and talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he thinking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. It means I cannot let you something I accidentally skipped that. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawyer. Come on, you can clearly tell something is up, so you can at least examine the stuff. He's like, nah, he's fine. This guy's guilty, obviously. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Oh, God. My throat. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sot. Chief. Listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. No one can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time down in the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right. You think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Because she came from abroad. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim without a doubt. Tough words. Let's see you put this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It would be passport. Yeah, because she was killed on the 31st, so literally the day after. So she might not have had time to change it. Passport, United States of America. Do they actually look like that? The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours fast, or 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sarrett, or should I say, Mr. Did It? He just chokes on his own collar. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. Yeah, it's only been, what? Nearly an hour. That was fast. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay! And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sort was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sart let himself in to do his dirty work. Angry face. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sart grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and decided to go into murder as his profession. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Phew. Still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Oh, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. He said the case is cased. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Harry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Oh, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? Why did he say it like that? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? God, can you stop saying that? It's wrong. Don't you have something you want to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh, yeah, right. I know what you mean. What the heck is she talking about? Well, nothing here other than the thinker is what she could possibly allude to. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick, I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really? I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow, hear, think, feel. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. Wording? We'll drink a toast to innocent Butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Maybe. And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's so good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Because I died. Or the clock was taken and we had to go on a grand adventure. Brand new episode has been added. You know, that first one is a lot shorter than I remember. Yes, I want to save. Oh, it's immediately going into it. Bring. If memory serves, the passport is pretty accurate. Yeah. God, I might actually not do voices because it's starting to hurt my throat already, and we're only in for an hour. So I might just put slight inflections at some point, but other than that, there's too much on my throat. Hello? This is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Also you, Mia. What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. It's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue. The thinker? It tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, you're not a little girl anymore anyway, sis. Now, I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. What? Can you come by the office tonight, say 9? Pick him up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Yay, they didn't make it the original Japanese of it being ramen or whatever. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting. Maya. Ah, it was so loud. Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Fay & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Fay, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh. You're not Oh, God. Yeah. You are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Fay, I'm so very sorry. But I'm afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. It's being used as another murder weapon. I had actually forgotten that the first game shows the murderer quite often. Red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. It's like a few minutes later. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should go all for dinner. What's that smell? Blood. Yeah, maybe she's in her office. Cool, I can still look around. Let's look at random stuff. I saw blood, that can't be good. I have to check in and see if the chief's okay. Okay, I guess I have to move. That smell. Blood. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief! Who are you? Was this AI upscaled? Like the art? Because it seems a little, strange at times, I guess would be the right word. The girl, strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Till finally she was cold. Chief. Let's have a little look around. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic this became the murder weapon. Again. Oh, cool. Actually shows that you've looked at something or not. That's a nice change. Some shards of glass are shattered on the floor. Seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. There's a large building right across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel. A nice luxurious place. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here. She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. That must have been a really hard hit. The Thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Thinker added to the court record. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock made by Larry Butts. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass nightstand lying broken in the back of the room. Broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. Piece of paper. Must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia wrote this? This piece of paper is a receipt from the department store dated yesterday. Receipt added to the court record. Hold on a minute. I've just realized, even though I've played this numerous times and I'm only just thinking about it now, how would she write that if she died instantly? I think that's enough snooping around for now. Better call the police. Find out why that girl was, or what that girl was doing here. Chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Just making that comment while she's just there dead, I guess. It's painful to look, but I have to look for Mia's sake. Slide. Oh. Right, I better call the police. Huh? That's funny. A few of the screws in the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screamed from the outside the window? She's staring right at me! She's holding a phone in her hand. Surprising the chief was never good at with machines. About all she used was the PC for email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Fainco ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes good a bit of money. All the chief's important documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. The phone receiver is missing a few screws. Better not use it. Let's go back to the main room then. The girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right here on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Oops. Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Fey. Maya. Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. You don't need to do voices? Oh, thanks. Oh. Man, just doing the hour of voices has just ruined my throat. Oh. Talk. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in, room was dark, and sis. So she was already dead. You mean Chief? So you're the Chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were visiting this late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the Thinker. Present. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh, now I've done it. Watch out, the coppers are here! Get out! Scatter! The police! Sounds like they were coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she shouldn't have... Nah. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer, I'm not... Case closed. You're going down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Did he used to say see a lot before? I remember. Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m., detention center visitors room. Wow, there, poor Maya locked up like a criminal. I mean, this looks like a very clean place compared to other interrogation rooms, I guess. I don't know. Or visitation rooms. Then again, I've never been to one. I've only seen it in films and stuff, so. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Sorry, not a chance. You're on your own. I'd say it's up to her. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked like me like I'd done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought... It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. She said you were a loser. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Huh. So he crashed and burned, huh? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever go into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Damn, Maya! Mia, why are you gonna do me like that? That's what she said. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. I want to think of the person who did this to Mia. I know. I'm gonna look around. Smile for the camera. Look who's here. This guard monitors the visitors' room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. No, he's just dead. You know, he never lived. Maya, I guess. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. Yeah, that's perfectly normal. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes, let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. The one Larry made. How could I have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes, I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. Alright. So you say you have this conversation with your sister on their cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Alright, of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone. Is that all she wrote on it? So, you're an acolyte. A medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So, Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So, you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with the ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? You could just ask who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you for a favor? This is the address of the famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. You think you could go ask him to represent me? Sure. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 p.m. a.m. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. You know, that's weird. Why would you have a trial set immediately after the murder? Usually it takes a lot longer than that. Like, I think at most, the quickest a trial can get sorted is within a few weeks. If not a month. And they're saying that they could do it literally the next day. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. I want to present to you my badge. Sorry, I've never seen that before. I want to ask you about the murder weapon. Poor Sif. I combined sis and sniff. Better not ask her about this now. This is what was lying next to the chief's body. I saw that too. They said they thought these were pieces of a broken light stand? Yeah, that seems about right. Though I'd never heard of it. Whoops. Remember that receipt? You mean the one with my name on it? Any idea why she... Absolutely none. Do you trust me? Sure. I trust you. Why? Don't you think you did it too? No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but... That detective thinks I did it. I wanted to ask you about your cell phone. The detective took it when they brought me in. So Gumshoe took it in. I'll have to try and get it back next time I see him. Alright. Well, I'll go see if I can get that lawyer for you. Oh god, what the hell is that supposed to be next to him? Like, if I remember correctly, in the 3DS version, or the DS version, that actually looked like a lion. Now it just looks like some weird monster. September 6th. Crossburg Lord offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. Must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run on offices like this. I guess I'll have to come back later. I can reach out again. My theory is that the police are just incompetent, so they just arrest someone random so the Phoenix can do the job for them. Yeah, pretty much. The point of the Ace Attorney justice system is that it's broken. Yeah. Yeah, but then it's also making a commentary on like the Japanese or Japan's system, where it's like immediate, this guy must be the person because we caught him, so there's no doubt this guy is the crook, even if there's evidence to prove that. We just want this done. Punish whoever it is. Who cares? And that's their issue. The badge. Yes. Rafa Tron will probably know what I'm going to be doing with this badge. Everyone must know I'm a lawyer. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil of the painting is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. Well, it looks terrible. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, and if not mistaken, that light is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. That is a giant lighter. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't seem to look like they've ever been read. Oh. I think we've looked at everything, so... away we go! The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! This is the crime scene, pal! I'm sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer, and you're a no-killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right, and you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Gumshoe, right? Gumshoe, wasn't it? Detective Gumshoe? Right, at your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Mia. About Miss Fay. What, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? And don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. I mean, I need to see the report. The whole thing about the court is that everyone gets the evidence. Autopsy report added to the court record. Time of death, the 5th of the 9th, 9 p.m. Single blood front source trauma. Death was instantaneous. Maya. About Maya. Yeah? I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win. Why do you say that? The city's put prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means. You're being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about it that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredible young age of 20. Ooh, a 20-year-old prosecutor, just like anyone else would be. Of course, there are rumors of back-alley deals and forged evidence. What I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with almost an abnormal amount of passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Tip a badge! Huh? What's that? Sorry, pal, but I got no info for the likes of you. I was wondering, do you know anything about this? That statue? That's the murder weapon. Huh? He thinks the clock is just a statue too. I'm starting to wish I'd never seen this thing. There was broken glass at the crime scene, right? Oh, that. Seems like a glass stand next to the victim fell over. The glass shards were pieces of the broken stand. There was a piece of paper right next to the victim, wasn't there? Yeah, the one with the killer's name written on it. Are you sure that Mia wrote it herself? Given the condition of the writing, it's hard to say if it's her writing or not. Can't you just compare it to other handwriting? So there's no proof that Mia wrote it. I was wondering, did you see Maya Fey cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. God, look at it. Ugh, no one has phones like that anymore. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him straight, tell him not so straight. Oh, I'll tell him straight. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me. Something the matter? Oh, no, it's just... You know, detective. Nope, I know nothing, pal. That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all the little girl's secrets, or sweetest and spiciest secrets. You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory. Impressive, you're quite the detective. Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious calls recorded in there. Or call records in there, after all. Seems you didn't notice a recorded conversation. How do you miss that? My cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. You'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witnesses, pal. With your lawyerly ways, pal. Lawyerly ways. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. April May. She's named after 2 months. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you sent her home already, then? You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should have known better than to try to get a detective to leak information. Oh, you're too good for me. You got that right, pal. Time to pay Miss May a visit. This is the conversation we heard at the beginning. Yeah, so we're fine on that. Move to the Gatewater Hotel. Mahogany. That American quotes are so backed up that some trials don't even last 30 seconds. Yeah, handwriting has been debunked as no more than pseudoscience since the 90s. Oh! Well then. September 6th, room 303. Gatewater Hotel. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, right? Or aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. I'm not gonna have to do that, am I? Moment to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. It might just be me, or the perspective is really skewed here, but that is one giant bottle of wine. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's the Fay & Co. Law Offices building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clear from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a fake from this distance, though. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must have been staying with her. A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever, one of those is hanging on the wall. That is see-through? There's a screwdriver stuck in the drawer. That does not look like a screwdriver. Looks like a bottle. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching! Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't be prying around in other people's rooms, you know. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could have been inside the drawer. Witness, do you think you could tell me something? I need to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Ooh, observed. Incident. It sounds just like a lawyer in those movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. Oh my god. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've ever blushed this much. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what an amazing powers of observation. You must have been one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh no, not me, I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage? Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers. Oh boy. Hit my badge. Excuse me, but witness? I'm a witness, police witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you information in any good conscience? Me? The witness is just like in the movies. I think it's going to be the same, so... I was going to ask you about everything. Fine, I'll leave. Let's try the Grossberg offices again. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. Ahem! If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey? Ah, yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Acha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go on taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. But wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see. The client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Fine. he just calls him a creep. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere. I think not. Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. What? Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've got nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. The mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That painting. That's quite a painting. Aha, you've noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of that straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. I'm very sorry, but I've got nothing to say regarding this matter. I like that he's just direct to the point rather than me having to click through a bunch of stuff. Well, back to the detention center. 3:42 p.m. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean you refused to help? I see. I've been abandoned then. The day of the crime. Can you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold onto a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young. I don't know where my mother is. Don't know? So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and he ruined my mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up by the mountain. So, who was this man who, ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try and contact the victim. Like, that would be a thing no one would do in real life? I suppose. Because imagine if you get a fake medium and they just make it up and just say, oh yeah, this man who lives on some street is the murderer. Go get him. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved, we thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all carried out in secret, of course. But a man had found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. She, my mother, became the laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name, my sister told me. White. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? I'll go home. I don't need to deal with any more of this crap. Ugh. No. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, let's go with the count abandon you, I guess. No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there. A long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for the people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Phew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes, and I trust you. So you trust me too, got it? Okay? It's a deal. So what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. It's a gun! To the hotel again! Oh God. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. All right. I've just come to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does he seem like every time I come in here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now might my chance to snoop around a little bit. Ah, I almost forgot. You came back quick. I might ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her. Please tell her that Mr. White of the Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name before? Literally just a few seconds ago, she said this. White, that was his name, my sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined me and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? I think not. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? And why just in a random drawer with a screwdriver sticking out of it? There's definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind this all. I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Phoenix is me! He's me! I make accidental innuendos too! Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. Never mind the fact that I've stolen something. Get out! Scatter! I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. Oh. Yes, I would like to save. God, there's so much talking. It's hurting my throat. I should have really expected this. I have played the game before. Yes. I saved twice. 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. September 7th. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. Better not show any signs of... fuck. Any signs of weakness on something. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. We may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls for the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found here by this window. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in the girl's hands, sir. The Court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Maya Fey's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. It's a brick! What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of the tricks her sisters used. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor, just someone throwing garbage at me. I like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed into the scene. Who did you say the call came from? Hey pal, don't play dumb, you know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I press. Not sure if it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were two people there already. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime? Right, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response, where it's a good response. Yeah. That's how I got there, before the killer got away. Indeed, so tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Yes, sir. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With her funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point there. About her, she is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press a little more care. With a little more care. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why is that? What's your reason? Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly. What about this? Suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence. What? Miss Maya isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. She is. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing did have its advantages. Yes. Yeah, sorry, I forgot the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you from the start. God damn it, I keep trying to make it so the text shows up immediately, but at times the text does that anyway, so I end up skipping it. Which I don't want to do. Let's hear your testimony again. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed the blood was on the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How'd you like that? That's my Harvard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor, why didn't you testify about the valid piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. And did you find any evidence? Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I got a bad feeling about this. I found a memo written on the piece of paper next to the victim's body. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Then who did write it? Who? The killer. The killer! Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Hold on, if that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence should open their mouths, right? Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on the memo you found. The word Maya was written clearly in blood. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh, you sound pretty confident this might not be good. Lab test results showed the blood was the victim's. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the little bits in the blood, the hermoglobins? Hermoglobin? Bobbin? I refuse to testify in this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name, which is wrong, because she died instantaneously going by the blood. This. Death was instantaneous. Objection! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else would have? You have it backwards, detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who could absolutely not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But. No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! Defense is a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write down anything. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? It was the day... Because they arrived at 9, this is the next day, so yeah, the day after. It was the day after the murder. Prosecution's point being... The autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received the results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. But the thing that they wrote is conjecture. It wasn't a certain. So there could be a possibility doesn't mean that there was. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, right, you look shocked. Something you want to say? You're a sham, Edgeworth. The detective's a sham. I'm a sham. If anything, it's more of the detective's fault. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report? Huh? I thought... Detective Gumshoe, I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. Eh? I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But, Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Report's report updated in the court record. Died from a blow from a blunt object, may have lived for a few minutes after being hit. May doesn't mean did. Well, Your Honor, that evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes. Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please. April May, at your service. Wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Ah, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices. That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Witness account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy little girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. And the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy-witsy. Well, Your Honor. I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, don't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in her perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. It was like 9 at night. Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Well, why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee? What, that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe we should press a little harder. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Order, Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl, what about poor me? You looked out the window, what did you see next? And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair, that was Maya Fay? Standard sort of, well, some might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Question it. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yeah, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean. Okay, if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. She's weird. She's wearing this weird outfit, you know? That's the first thing you would notice. She looks silly. Just start ragging on her in court. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss Maya Fey? Miss May. No, Miss Maya Fey. I don't know why she make that noise, but okay. What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you not to take out anything. God damn it. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. I can't just wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Witness account. Again. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. And the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with a weapon, I saw her, I did. That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Well, does that accuracy of my report not startle you? Well, how would you know it's a clock, for one thing? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. So you saw me then, too? Of course, I remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney. Aw, was I a bad girl? I'm sorry. Very well, continue. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Is that right as in your right, as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right, it was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was still done up like a bun. What happened then? And she hit her with that weapon. I saw her. I did. Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? It was that clock. Kind of statuey thing. Well, that's wrong, because she doesn't know it's a clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order, order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murderer with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. What? But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I caught murderers with these questions before. But you caught one murderer, and this is only your second case. Well, only once. Yeah. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Ooh, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fane Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Cheeky. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. You could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty, yeah. Remember from the call that it said it was empty and they had put papers in it. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly... Just take a look, right now. Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, how would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you'd like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is the phone, because we got the recording. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. I mean, I guess it's the only thing about it is that it's pink. Ooh. You have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone. It contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. He has eyes? I did not know this. Like, side tangent, when I played this on DS, it's on a smaller screen. I didn't know he had pupils when he does this pose. I thought his eyes were completely white. That's new. Okay. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. I probably don't need to read it again because it's the same thing. It's like, hold on the thinker for you then, if you could. The clocker isn't talking right now. Clockwork's been taken out. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork is already... was already gone by the time that was recorded. Which was, well, before the witness arrived at the hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections? Well, yeah, because that's impossible. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please report, produce the evidence that will prove the witness has not been seen the clock. Made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Ooh. Raw. Bouncy. And the heart's gone upside down. What's it to you, Porcupine Head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Oh, silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did. It's scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Just angry looking off to the side. Oh dear. So the defense says they're not opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I saw the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard it. You heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard it that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon. I have a look at this. That. I found this in Miss May's room. I stole it, you could say. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were taping the victim, Miss Maya Faye's phone, weren't you not? Ooh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was taping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that were the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the clock weapon was a clock was the cell phone again. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. What's up? You haven't called in a while. There's something I want you to hold on for me. What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like the statue to think, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. And that's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. You lawyer. I went too fast for me to read that. It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? Wah. That did it. The court's seeing the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Let's go with why the wiretap. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have any explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with the murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You're probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. No way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Huh. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 that night, right? Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know? Like normal coffee, but cold? Well, it's not like iced coffee. If you don't think it quick, or if you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Ice coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the crime, at the murder. So where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to just let her walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come to think of it, think of something. I guess the most obvious would be to call the bellboy. Defense would like to call the bellboy, hotel bellboy, as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you're sewing quite low enough already. Objection! I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April Ray's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you'll recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. Well, it's kind of obvious that it's not her. We know it's a guy, obviously, because we saw her at the beginning. But she was in the hotel at the time. We saw her. She would obviously have an alibi for that. So she's not the killer. So, yeah, that's fine. What should I do? Accept the condition. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Huh. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel boy to the stand. I didn't think he'd be here. Oh, man. We're slightly over. We're going to have to wait until we finish this chapter before we stop. So, I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. He's carrying a tray with cookies on it still. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of my work, sir. I am happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call from 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now. Mine'll be finished. I can save. Cool. What exactly is it you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I checked Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them. The point is being, I remember her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she had finished, sir. 9, the time of the murder. Precisely 9 then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like an iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to the guests. You're sure it was Miss April May by herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It is an endearing mannerism of mine. How can you be so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, she favored me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? It's French for kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. Oh, it was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest! Wait! Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice have gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay, this is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? I'm going to say... I don't remember. Granted, there was quite a few things I don't seem to have remembered. Room service, I guess, would be better. Tell me again about a room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest I requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. Huh? What did you say? What did you say? Rather, quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. That's a very flimsy excuse. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Oh, well, you see, you didn't ask. Nice try. That sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me to mention... Not to mention if I... he asked me not to mention it if I was specifically asked. Wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won! Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, is this? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. The man who was checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May has been tapping the victim's phone, and yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Ugh. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. And have I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Miss Fay, or Maya Fay. Court is adjourned. Woo! An extra day! 2:24 p.m. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? And again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Huh? That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. May have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The victim dodged an attack and ran to her right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free. Woo! Making good progress into the second one. The second one is longer than the first one. I've forgotten how long it is compared. Yes, I would like to save. Right. Right. We will actually stop there. So, J, title screen. Because we had just saved it, so we should be good. So, we made some good progress. What I'm going to do very quickly before anything else is that I'm going to make this windowed. I might reduce this. Alright. Let me just see if I can... Alright, so yes, we'll stop there for today. This was great. I enjoyed it. I liked that they've managed to put this over and I can play this again. I hope that everyone enjoyed, regardless of whether I could do the voices or not. I didn't realize how much of a strain that would actually put my voice, just speaking Payne's lines. I am probably going to be paying this for tomorrow because my throat is sore right now. Tomorrow I'm probably not going to be able to speak. It should be fine. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more. It is a little awkward having to do so much talking and playing multiple characters. It's at these times where I'm like, I wish I had someone else with me to do some of the other voices. Especially the female voices. But for now, we shall stop there. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. We will be back with this on Friday. Tomorrow we'll be back with Code Vein and going further into that. I don't know if I'll be finishing it then, but we'll be further in. And if you have not already, be sure to follow, like, subscribe, whatever else you need to do. Do the bell notification so you know when I next stream. If you want to have more information when I have next stream and anything that comes up, do Twitter as well, which should also be linked in that. And if you want to help support me directly, there's links to Patreon and tips, which show up during stream. At least they should do, unless they broke. And if you become a patron, you get your name added to this end card, like I do with Hiro Rukani, where I thank them for the continued support. And they become best friends. You all get to be in a group, I guess. I don't know. But, Yes, thank you all for joining. I'll see you all tomorrow. And until then, everyone take care. See you, Raphatron 2000.